My question is, Abhijit, and I posed this earlier, if you have mounted an attack like this, can you now say, okay, now I'm retired from this job, and then the consequences end there?
No. So there is no, I don't know about the statute of limitations, but the consequences don't end when the company ends. The consequences end when the statute of limitation ends, which I really don't know how long it is in New York specifically. But should be around 5 to 7 years at least. So at least for the next 5 to 7 years, Anderson and Hindenburg are not immune to the consequences of what they've done. The issue is, can we actually prove criminality out here? You see, the problem in US law is you can't just order an investigation into someone on mere suspicion. You have to have probable cause for illegality to order that investigation. However, precedent now means the precedent that the Democrats and George Soros's own attorneys, he does this lawfare where he nominates attorneys who then get voted in by the Democrats, attorney generals. They themselves have set the precedent with the former president and future president Donald Trump, that on mere suspicion you can instigate an inquiry, and the inquiry can then find wrongdoing. This used to be the absolute red line which no American government would cross. That was crossed with Donald Trump. I think we should use a lot of political capital that we have into doing the same thing into Anderson and Hindenburg specifically.
Just one last point, Abhijit, and this is from the domestic perspective, because now what Nate Anderson does and where this whole case goes legally in the US, we'll see. But there were a lot of shops running on the basis of the Hindenburg report in India, domestically, politically. This was a reason for attack, right? It gave people who wanted to mount an attack a sense of legitimacy. Does that get blunted now?
Look, I thought we already saw it get very seriously blunted even during the lifetime of Hindenburg, because you remember the first report when it came out did quite some serious damage to Adani in the stock markets. But when they got out the second report last year, it was literally a blip. The stock market maybe reacted for 2-3 hours, and by the next day, the stocks were up right where they were. So, this was very much a case of diminishing returns. Now, as for the market that there is attacking India, calling it, a diminishing democracy or whatever, I don't know what the latest term is, intolerance, etc., etc. This is a market, I think even hardcore believers are beginning to lose faith. So I believe even that market is contracting. If you saw the latest figures from the Washington Post, their digital readership has declined by 90%. And we should really be thanking their star columnist Rana Ayub and their local correspondent Jerry Shee for that market contraction. These people don't respond to a market demand. They are so ideologically driven. They don't care what the market is demanding. And at some point, the market is a self-correcting mechanism. It can see when you're going on negativity, 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 and it's not coming true. It's like cry wolf. Your credibility gets eroded.